sorry to say I did tell you before.
I promise you, if I catch you, you never feel that my punch.
Anthony Joshua and Kristian Prenga came face-to-face in a fiery press conference that nearly exploded into a full-blown brawl. Tensions reached boiling point as both fighters refused to back down, exchanging intense stares and heated words. With emotions running high, this explosive face-off has made their upcoming showdown even more exciting.
Look, I was at the hotel earlier, all the team, Albanian team, or with Prenga, they're all like, you know what you... I said, listen, your man's going to get iced, but please come to win. Because it will be exciting, it will be sensational, and it will be quick. If he comes to win, he's going to get flattened. And I've never seen AJ with this kind of intent before. He's super dull.
Kingston keeps it real here. He says Joshua is reinventing himself, proving doubters wrong. People questioned his desire, but that fire still burns deep inside Joshua's belly. He wants to be undisputed again. He wants that world title back. Joshua is not done, not even close.
Reinvent himself, that's his problem. He's an overthinker, Anthony Joshua, and he's looking. So the people that question the desire to want to box still are totally wrong. That fire is still burning in his belly. He does want to become undisputed. He does want to win a world title again, all of that. And that's where he's going away and looking for a try.
Gareth Davies studied Prenga's whole record, and he is worried for him. He says Joshua will size him up, then let that booming right hand fly. This could turn into a total blowout. When Joshua took off his sunglasses, something changed in his eyes. Prenga is in serious trouble.
It's fantastic to have him back. I think Prenga is in trouble. Just straight out there, I think AJ goes out there and it looks like a Ngannou performance to me, where he'll size him up with the jab and let that booming right hand go and devastate Prenga, who obviously has a punch. But I saw when Anthony Joshua took his sunglasses.
Jajan asks the big question, could Joshua slip up here? He points to Usyk, who almost lost his crown because he underestimated his opponent. He brings up Tyson Fury too, a fighter who got too relaxed and paid for it. Could this happen to Joshua? Has Joshua learned this lesson already? Every great champion faces this danger once. That moment where respect for the opponent either saves you or destroys you. Joshua knows history, and Joshua does not repeat other people's mistakes. He comes ready every single time.
Is there any jeopardy in AJ's comeback, first of all, for you, Johnny, against Prenga?
Of course, if you saw Alexander Usyk almost lose his crown because he underestimated the opponent that was in front of him, because that fear factor, that respect, that's something that was needed to pull your best kind of fight out of you. This can happen to Anthony Joshua. You look at Tyson Fury's last fight. Tyson Fury's last fight was and I think he only fought like that because he thought the threat wasn't as dangerous as what it could be. And the same thing could and would happen to Anthony Joshua. Has he learnt his lesson in regards to when Tyson Fury boxed Ngannou and he thought, wow, he got out there and he blasted Ngannou out there, that's what...
A boxing legend speaks now, and everyone should listen. Lennox Lewis says timing is everything. You cannot rush greatness. Right now, Joshua is learning, growing, sharpening every single skill. Lewis warns that rushing leads to bad results, but waiting for the right moment builds champions. This is exactly what Joshua is doing. He takes his time, he stays patient, he stays smart. When a moment is finally ready, Joshua will be more than ready too. Wise words from a wise man. And Joshua is following the perfect path.
There's no use doing it right now. Right now, you're learning everything, and you have to wait till the right time. You can never be rushed. If you're rushed, you're going to do a bad result for your career. So it's better to take your time and take it when it's there, when it's ready, when you're ready.
Wise words. Yeah, I think a lot of people will listen to that.
Joshua opens up, and his words hit hard. He admits he does not know everything, but his confidence never wavers. He says he is not even focusing on his opponent, only on himself and his own power. Joshua knows exactly what he can do, and he cannot wait to show the whole world. He promises he will not crumble under pressure. He calls himself solid, unbreakable, built from years of battles and hardship. This is the voice of a true warrior, calm, confident, and completely unshaken.
I don't know what to say. I'm confident in myself. Like, I'm not focusing on him. I just know what I can do, and I can't wait to show it. I'm not going to crumble. I'm solid. I've been through war.
Liam Goff brings up the fight everyone wants, Joshua versus Prenga. He says Joshua has always shown massive confidence about this matchup, always wanting to walk that road. Goff makes it clear Joshua truly believes in himself completely. He is not scared of Prenga's name or his size. Prenga may be more calculating in the ring, but Joshua brings raw power and heart. This rivalry has been building for years, and fans everywhere are desperate to see it finally happen. Joshua is ready whenever that day comes.
Joshua's always been very confident about fighting Tyson Fury. He's always seemed to really want to go down that road. So Joshua obviously has enough confidence in himself to go into this fight. I'm not saying Fury lacks, he certainly doesn't do that. But Fury is more calculated.
Dan Smith drops something huge here. He says the Joshua versus Prenga fight feels closer than ever before. Thanks to how the entire boxing world has changed over the last few years, this dream fight finally feels possible. Smith reminds everyone, this matchup has been talked about for a very long time, and honestly, it simply has to happen. Two massive names, two incredible legacies, one unforgettable night. Joshua's name carries so much weight in this conversation, proving just how respected and feared he still is. The whole boxing world is watching, waiting, and hoping. Joshua remains right at the center of it all.
We're nearer now than probably we ever have been, thanks to His Excellency and the way that the whole boxing world has changed in the last 2 or 3 years. Fury AJ Fury is a fight that obviously has been talked about for a long time. It has to happen.
This commentator gets brutally honest here. He admits he cannot stand this whole circus around the fight. He understands why people are hyped. A famous kickboxer stepping into the ring against an all-time boxing great. But that respect for Joshua never disappears, even in the middle of criticism. Joshua's legacy is so massive that even skeptics cannot deny his greatness. People can question the spectacle all they want, but nobody questions Joshua's skill, power, or place in boxing history. Love it or hate it, Joshua's name brings attention wherever he goes. That is the power of a true legend.
Be more open about my opinions on this fight. I fucking hate this fight. I can't stand it. I understand the circus nature of it in terms of like big name kickboxer, one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time, coming in to fight an all-time great in the boxing space.
Some harsh words fly around here, calling boxers boring and average. But let's be honest, real boxing takes discipline these fighters could never imagine. Running miles every single week, hitting the bag for hours, sparring hard every single day. That is the sacrifice behind every Joshua victory. Talk is cheap, but Joshua's results speak louder than any interview ever could. People can mock the sport, they can call it boring, but they cannot ignore the excitement Joshua brings every time he steps through those ropes. Real fans know the truth. Joshua is built different, and Joshua always delivers.
Little mock-up fight somewhere, see if they can get anyone interested in it. Who cares what they think? They're just average little boxers, no personality.
Running 4 miles 5 times a week, weight training in a bag sparring. Come on.
Everyone was waiting for this moment, but nobody expected it to happen quite like this. Instead of a big stage inside the ring, it happened right outside, face to face, eye to eye. A simple fist bump, a calm nod from Joshua, and the whole boxing world lost its mind. Joshua stayed composed the entire time, watching calmly as the moment unfolded around him. That calmness says everything about his mindset, cool, controlled, and completely unbothered by noise. While others crave a bigger platform, Joshua lets his presence do the talking. This small moment turned into massive headlines because everything Joshua touches becomes huge.
You know, there is what people were waiting on. They didn't think it was going to come in that type of manner. They thought it was going to be possibly in the ring where he had a bigger voice, you know, definitely a better crowd, bigger platform when he called out AJ, but he called him out outside the ring. You know, he gave him a fist bump, looked him eye to eye. Let's do it. Let's do it. AJ, I think, gave him a little nod. It looked like he gave him a little nod there. And then, you know, AJ continued to kind of watch.
Joshua speaks pure truth in this clip, and it hits different. He says he has never felt real fear, only the drive to compete against absolutely anyone. He knows exactly who he is, and that confidence radiates through every single word. Joshua warns, push him too far, and you will see his darkest side, but stay calm. And he stays calm too. He does not need to prove anything to loud voices around him. Joshua drops one powerful line here. The loudest person in the room is often the weakest one. That is wisdom from a real champion, calm, dangerous, and completely secure in himself.
I've never had that feeling of fear. It's more, I've always been quite willing to compete with everyone. I know who I am. I'm someone like, if you push me, you're gonna get the worst of me. But if not, we're cool.
Yeah.
But I don't need to come around there like, what? I've seen people like that, and I've seen the strongest of men sit back quietly. What do they say? The loudest one in the room is something.
Frank Warren keeps it straightforward here, and his words carry weight. He admits the opponent is not the toughest name out there, but he makes something crystal clear. Joshua remains a top 10 heavyweight in the entire world. That ranking alone proved Joshua's incredible consistency and lasting power in this sport. Even after everything he's been through, ups and downs, wins and losses, Joshua still stands among boxing's elite. Warren's words remind everyone why Joshua deserves so much respect. His name still means something huge in this business. Years may pass, opponents may change, but Joshua's place at the top never fades away.
Better and better. He's like a fine wine. He's getting better with age. There's no doubt about that. And now he's in a great spot. You know, he's the mandatory challenger for the WBO title against Usyk.
What face-off this is. Anthony Joshua stands there, calm but dangerous, and Kristian Prenga tries to test him with big words. But Joshua does not move, does not blink, does not back down one single inch. This almost turns into a real brawl right in front of everyone, and the tension in that room feels electric. Joshua shows exactly why he is still one of the most feared heavyweights on this entire planet. He stays composed, stays sharp, and lets his presence do all the talking. Prenga can shout all he wants, but everyone in that room knows who the real threat is. Joshua carries years of experience, power, and pure heart into every single face-off he walks into. This clip proves one simple thing. Anthony Joshua is back, hungrier than ever, and absolutely ready for war.